Our very own Attorney General doesn't understand how hate speech works, and that's where we live now. Isn't that fun for everyone? Pam Bondi and several others are still doing their very best to pin the political violence of last week onto the extremist left wing, even though we know the people who commit the most political violence are on the right. Well, we used to know that anyway. Trump administration deletes studies showing domestic terrorists are most often right-wing. The study by the Institute of Justice has suddenly just disappeared from the website. Interesting. Yeah, here's the study. Right there. 300 million Americans died last year from drugs. There are only 330 million Americans. Does he know that? I mean, also, maybe that explains it. We're all dead and this is hell. The 400 richest people in the U.S. are now worth a record $6.6 trillion after getting 1.2 trillion richer over the last year. That's your money they have, by the way. Something you can describe in detail that almost everyone agrees with until you say its name. What is democratic socialism? A news outlet called President Trump a Nazi 3,000 times. 3,000 times! His own vice president called him a Nazi. Police officers told Trey Reed's family that he was found dead in his dorm room, according to the law firm representing the Reed family. The family discovered later that Trey was found hanging from a tree at Delta State University. A relative of Trey says that his arms were visibly bruised and his leg was broken when his body was discovered. Police say Trey had no visible injuries. Police say they don't suspect foul play, but have not officially ruled it a suicide. The family wants an independent autopsy done because police have not been a reliable source of information. To be perfectly clear once again, Black men don't hang themselves from trees. Black people don't hang themselves from trees. I was fired for holding the line on scientific integrity. Former CDC Director Susan Menares testifies that she believes she was fired by HHS Secretary RFK Jr. because of her refusal to pre-approve vaccine recommendations and dismiss career scientists. RFK asked me to commit to firing scientists or resign. He asked me to pre-commit to signing off on the forthcoming ACIP recommendations, regardless of whether or not there was scientific evidence. What were those recommendations? Did you have a foreshadowing of what they would be? We did not. He just wanted blanket approval. I long for the days where I didn't know the names of every government agency head because they did their jobs quietly and properly.